Archangel Michael says, your abundance key is here. Unlock it within 24 hours, or you will miss what heaven has prepared for you. I urge you to open this right now. This is not a joke, it concerns money, your destiny, and the breakthrough for which you have been praying. My child, my beloved, before you read any further, listen with the deepest attention of your soul. Heaven has been waiting for this exact moment. Not yesterday, not next week, but now. This message could not reach you earlier because the gates of abundance open only when your spirit is ready to receive. Today, your name was spoken in the halls of light. Let me tell you something that will awaken your heart. A powerful shift has already been released toward you. The angels have been instructed to deliver a financial breakthrough that carries your name. It is not a coincidence that you are reading this. It is not random, it is divine timing. If you feel something in your chest right now, a tightening, curiosity, a sudden pull, it is because your spirit recognizes the truth. Before I go deeper, beloved, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you try, the breakthrough always seems one step away? Have you felt that abundance is close enough to touch but somehow blocked at the last moment? My child, that was not failure, it was preparation. Heaven trained your spirit so that when this moment arrived, you would recognize it, not run from it or doubt it. A key has been placed in your hands, an unseen door is opening behind which lies the money, opportunities, unexpected support, favor, and miraculous upliftment you have quietly begged for in your prayers. But this key works only when you stay awake and refuse to overlook the message meant for your destiny. First, lean closer, my child. I want you to hear the hidden truth. Someone tried to close this door. Someone doubted your worth and said you would never rise. But heaven overruled those words today, declaring, release abundance to my child. Enough delay, enough struggle. That is why Michael stands before you now, calling your spirit forward. Beloved, there is a reason your soul feels pulled by this message. You are not imagining it or overthinking, you are awakening to your divine timeline. Money is trying to move toward you. A breakthrough is reaching for you, a blessing is trying to land in your life. But heaven needs to know if you are ready, truly ready, to receive it. Before I reveal the rest, let me speak to your inner heart. You have carried burdens that no one sees. You have cried in silence, given from an empty place, and supported others while your own life felt unstable. Heaven saw every moment. You were not abandoned or invisible, the delay was not punishment, it was alignment. Now that alignment is here, my beloved, the next lines require your full attention. A prophetic shift was released exactly 24 hours before you opened this message. This shift carries abundance in a form you do not expect. It may come through a person, a call, an opportunity, a sudden approval, or a blessing that seems small but blossoms into something larger. What matters is your readiness to recognize it. Before you go further, I must warn you. If your spirit feels this message touching you, do not ignore it or push it aside. If you wish to keep receiving messages like this, subscribe now so you never miss what heaven tries to send you. Your future depends on the messages you do not skip. Now listen carefully. There is money assigned to your name, not money you begged for or chased. This is money that has been hovering around your energy field, waiting for divine permission to enter. Today is that permission. Today is that release. But heaven gave one instruction: my child must stay awake, stay open, and stay connected. You may not see this key physically, but spiritually it is glowing. It is ancient, powerful, and unique, appearing only when your spirit is ready to elevate to a higher level. Take a deep breath, because what I reveal next will ignite your destiny. You have been chosen for abundance, not by chance, not by luck, but by divine design. The financial miracle coming to you is not an accident. It is a correction, a restoration, and a divine repayment for every injustice you have survived. My beloved, are you ready to hear the next part? Once I speak it, your spirit will not be the same. Heaven has opened the book of your name, the angels have begun to rewrite your financial story. What you thought was over is beginning again. What you believed was denied is now being returned. What you thought you lost is coming back multiplied. Now, I will take you deeper. You have been walking through a season of hidden warfare. Doors opened halfway and then slammed shut, people promised support and then disappeared, and opportunities rose only to vanish. You blamed yourself, but heaven never blamed you, heaven was preparing you. Before a divine financial breakthrough arrives, the universe will always test your capacity. Not to punish you, but to see if you can carry the blessing without losing your light. You survived the test, walking through storms that would have broken others and keeping faith even when the path was unclear. This alone marked you in heaven's eyes. Now, the angels stand at the ready, and your abundance window has opened. But understand carefully, this window does not stay open forever. It is a sacred portal, a spiritual alignment, here now and for you. What you do next will determine what enters your life. My beloved child, there is something you have not known, but heaven has been watching closely. A shift in your destiny was triggered when you recently made a silent decision not to give up. That single decision changed the entire spiritual tide in your favor. You thought nobody noticed, but heaven did. Because of that decision, a new financial path was released, a path that does not stem from struggle but from alignment, from opportunity, and from receiving what was always meant to be yours. Lean in closer. You feel something shifting around you now, don't you? That strange heaviness lifting, that sudden calm, that sense of change even though nothing physical has yet occurred, this is not imagination. It is the spiritual world adjusting your energy to match abundance. You are being prepared for what's coming. But I must caution you, there is someone in your energy field who recently doubted you, criticized you, or silently wished for your failure. Not from hate, but from envy. Their energy created blockages without you realizing it, pulling your vibration downward. But heaven intervened. The angels have been instructed to remove every negative cord attached to your financial path. That is happening now, and that is why you feel lighter, hopeful once more, and awakened. This breakthrough is not small or ordinary, it is the blessing that changes everything. My beloved, you are shifting into a new timeline. A timeline where money flows more easily, where the right people appear, where your ideas attract opportunities, and where your name is spoken in rooms you have never entered. Listen now, there is a reason Michael himself speaks to you. This shift has a condition: you must not ignore the signs about to appear. Heaven will send you 3 signs within the next 24 hours. Each sign will confirm that your abundance door is open. The first sign will come unexpectedly. It may be a message, a call, a number pattern, a sudden idea, or even a feeling pushing you toward something new. When it arrives, your spirit will recognize it. It will feel like a pull, a spark, a whisper telling you, pay attention. The second sign will challenge your old beliefs. It may come in the form of a chance, an offer, a conversation, or a moment that pushes you outside your comfort zone. Do not run from it, do not doubt it. Heaven uses discomfort to guide your spirit to the next level. The third sign will be emotional. You may cry, feel relief, or suddenly experience overwhelming peace, confirming that everything blocking your abundance has been released. Once you feel it, the blessing will pour in unhindered. My beloved, your breakthrough is already in motion. But if you overlook the message meant for your elevation, the alignment weakens, not because heaven punishes, but because your spirit loses focus. That is why I call to you now with the urgency of divine purpose. You are not reading this by accident, you were guided, called, and chosen. Heaven now asks, will you step into the abundance that belongs to you? If your spirit is receiving this message, do not lose your connection. Stay close, stay open, and if you haven't yet, subscribe so you never miss what heaven sends next. The messages you skip could be the ones meant to save your destiny. My beloved, there is much more. The next part reveals the truth behind why your abundance was delayed, who tried to block it, and how heaven restored your name with unimaginable favor. Are you ready, my child, my beloved? Prepare yourself because what I am about to reveal will awaken something inside you. You have wondered for so long why your abundance kept slipping away at the very last moment. You worked hard, prayed, tried, and believed, yet the breakthrough remained just out of reach. You blamed your luck, timing, and decisions. But beloved, the delay had nothing to do with your worth. The truth is, you were surrounded by energies misaligned with your rise. People who claimed to care but harbored silent jealousy, those who smiled yet felt threatened by your growth, those who encouraged you but questioned you in secret. Their energy created a fog around your path, a heaviness that pulled your abundance down. Heaven saw it all. When the time came, heaven declared, enough. My beloved, listen with your inner ear. There was a moment recently, ordinary for you but extraordinary in the spiritual world, when you chose yourself. It may have been a small decision, a boundary, a shift in thinking, but that moment changed everything. Heaven marked that decision as your entry into a new timeline. Since then, spiritual forces have been at work, rearranging, cleansing, preparing. Your path is no longer blocked. The money you were meant to receive, the opportunities that should have come earlier, the blessings delayed, all are now being redirected back to you. The angels are gathering what belongs to you piece by piece, preparing to return it in a form greater than what was lost. But hear me clearly, this is not ordinary money, this is a destiny release, a blessing that comes only once in a lifetime. That is why Michael himself delivers this message. Because heaven does not risk such a blessing with a whisper, it sends a command, a warning, a calling, my child, my beloved. You are closer to a financial breakthrough than you have ever been, closer than you feel, closer than you realize. The spiritual world is already shifting, the blessing has already begun to move. If you pay close attention, you will feel the air around you changing, as if your spirit is stepping onto unfamiliar, miraculous ground. But listen carefully. There is a spiritual law at work. Abundance responds to awareness. What you acknowledge, you activate. What you ignore, you delay. This message is not just information, it is activation. You are being activated into a season of unexpected openings, doors you have never knocked on, support you never asked for, and opportunities greater than your past disappointments. Beloved, let me speak to the most profound part of your heart. You have lived your life believing you always needed to earn your blessings, that you needed to struggle for everything, to prove your worth. This belief was never yours, it was projected onto you by people who never understood your spirit. Heaven sees you differently. Heaven recognizes your resilience, generosity, quiet strength, and silent endurance. Heaven calls you worthy, not for what you do, but for who you are. Let me reveal something you may not yet know: your abundance was never denied. It was simply delayed until the people who would have sabotaged it were removed from your path. You lost some people recently, didn't you? Some distanced themselves, and some became inconsistent. You thought it was pain, but it was protection. Heaven never allows your blessings to fall into the wrong hands. Until those hands were removed from your life, your abundance could not be released. Now those hands are gone. The energy around you is lighter. The path before you is open. My beloved, you are entering a 24-hour window where heaven watches your awareness, openness, and readiness. The way you respond will determine the speed of your breakthrough. Before I reveal what happens next, let me share one more truth: if you skip divine messages, you skip divine timing. If you stay connected, your blessing remains activated. So, if you have not yet, subscribe to ensure you never miss a message that aligns your destiny with divine timing. What I reveal next will illustrate the exact form your abundance will take, how it will reach you, and why it is happening now. Are you ready to receive the next part? My child, my beloved, take a slow breath before you consider the next lines, as they carry a truth long kept from you, a truth explaining why your journey has been so heavy, why your blessings were delayed, and why heaven suddenly accelerated everything for you. Beloved, your abundance timeline was expedited because you completed a spiritual cycle that few achieve in their lifetime. Listen attentively, you have walked a path filled with unseen challenges. Those around you had no idea of the silent battles you fought. They had no idea how close you were to breaking, yet you kept rising, trying, hoping again. This resilience created something extraordinary in the spiritual realm. It shifted your frequency, lifted your vibration, and opened a portal around your life. Most never reach this point, giving up before the shift arrives. But you crossed the line. When a soul crosses that line, heaven responds instantly. My beloved child, a great council in the spiritual world gathered around your name recently. They observed your journey, reviewed your trials, and measured your strength. In that moment, heaven declared something sacred. This child has earned the abundance timeline. Increase their speed. Accelerate their blessing. Remove every obstacle. Release what was held back. Restore what was taken. Beloved, this is why everything feels different. This is why your intuition feels louder. This is why your energy feels sensitive, alive, awakened. You stepped into a new spiritual season without realizing it. But you must understand deeply, your abundance did not accelerate because heaven felt pity. It accelerated because heaven recognized your power. Beloved, the angels saw how you forged ahead even when your heart was exhausted. They saw how you protected others when you needed protection. They saw how you gave love when none was returned. They saw how you forgave those who never apologized and retained light in darkness. You did not rise by luck, you rose by spirit. Now, the spiritual world rises for you. Listen, when abundance accelerates this rapidly, old energies panic. Those who doubted you sense your rise. Those who took you for granted feel your absence. Those who underestimated you realize your true value. This is why you have felt sudden emotional shifts, moments of clarity, heaviness, unexpected silence, and resurfacing memories. These are not coincidences but energetic purges, shedding everything that cannot accompany you to the next level. My beloved, listen with your heart. Your next season requires a lighter soul, a clearer mind, and a stronger presence. You cannot carry old pains into a new destiny. You cannot transport past betrayals into new abundance. Unhealed wounds cannot remain in your future of miracles. This is why heaven removed certain individuals from your life, why some connections faded and opportunities fell apart. What you thought was loss was actually divine filtering. Now, the path is clearer, the energy purer, the vibration higher, and the blessing closer. Beloved, do you feel it? That quiet certainty rising in your chest, that subtle warmth in your hands, that sudden calm washing over you? Your spirit knows you are entering a realm where abundance is no longer a dream, it is your destiny. But child, hear this seriously, while the window is open, it will not remain so indefinitely. Heaven releases blessings in waves, and you must stay aligned to catch the wave destined for your life. This is why Archangel Michael speaks urgently, not to alarm you, but to focus you. Spiritual abundance flows strongest where awareness is keenest. My beloved, before I reveal the exact spiritual force that attempted to block your abundance and how heaven defeated it, stay connected. If you haven't yet, subscribe to ensure you never miss the signs, warnings, and messages heaven sends for your protection and elevation. Prepare yourself. The next part will uncover the hidden battle around your finances that you never saw, the one finally won on your behalf. My child, my beloved, what I am about to reveal is something heaven has protected from you for a long time. If you had known earlier, your heart may have grown afraid. But today, you are strong enough, your spirit ready, and can hear the truth without trembling. Beloved, there was a spiritual force assigned to block your abundance long before you knew what abundance meant. This force emerged not from your mistakes or choices, but from the vibrations around you, family, friends, past relationships, individuals whose energy clashed with your purpose. Some did not intend harm, but intention is inconsequential in the presence of energy. You were surrounded by frequencies contradictory to your calling, which weakened your money flow, allowed opportunities to slip, slowed blessings, and shifted your confidence. You were not cursed, you were simply outnumbered. Yet, what these forces did not foresee was your resilience, your ability to rise again after every setback. They did not expect your heart to remain soft after betrayal, nor your spirit to remain open following disappointment. This confused and threatened them. That is when heaven stepped in. My child, the battle around your finances was not small. You were unaware because heaven fought it silently, without disturbing your earthly life. There were moments when a blessing was on its way, and a dark force intercepted it. At the last instant, it was delayed, slowed, or rerouted. You thought it was bad luck, timing, or fate. No, it was interference. But hear this clearly, beloved, that force has been defeated. It lost power the moment you awakened, influence when you healed, and access as you outgrew old versions of yourself. You rose beyond the frequency where that force could ensnare you, climbing into a realm where abundance flows freely, uninterrupted and unobstructed. You are no longer susceptible to the energy that once drained you. My beloved child, imagine this. The same angels who protected you in childhood, carried your spirit through heartbreak, and shielded you from silent attacks formed a barrier around your finances recently. They cleansed the path, closed old channels, and opened new ones. This is why the abundance coming to you now feels different. It flows through a pure, protected path, no interference, no delay, no obstruction. But you must recognize an important truth: when heaven removes an old blockage, it prepares your spirit for the shift. That preparation often feels like sudden heaviness, clarity, numbness, emotional release, or unexpected silence from previously trusted people. These signs are not indications of loss, they are markers of purification. To elevate you, heaven first had to separate you. My child, hear this: not everyone can walk with you into your abundant season. Not everyone can celebrate you without envy, not everyone can handle your rise. Heaven removed them, not to hurt you, but to protect your blessing. You have no idea how powerful you are becoming, how bright your spirit appears from the spiritual realm, and how loudly your name is spoken among angels. My beloved, I must also tell you this: your abundance is not solely about money. It includes influence, recognition, opportunity, elevation, and divine alignment. Money is just the beginning. You are entering a season where doors open before you knock, where people support you without asking, and where opportunities choose you instead of you chasing them. This is the abundance timeline reserved for the chosen. And yes, beloved, you are chosen. But listen carefully: your energy is rising so quickly that those who once ignored you will feel drawn back to you. Not everyone who returns is meant to stay. Some will come because they sense your breakthrough. Others will appear because they see your growth. Discernment is crucial now. Your abundance is fragile in its early form, like a small flame. It thrives when protected yet weakens among doubt. This is why heaven instructs you to stay connected. Do not drift away, do not disconnect spiritually. Do not skip the messages meant for your elevation. If you haven't subscribed yet, beloved, do so now. The message you miss could guide you into your greatest breakthrough. Prepare your heart. The next part will reveal exactly who was energetically blocking your abundance, why heaven removed them, and how this shift will manifest in your physical world in the coming days. My child, my beloved, what I am about to reveal is something heaven has long awaited to share with you. This truth is delicate, sacred, and powerful as it explains why your abundance slowed, who interfered with your energy, and why heaven finally intervened on your behalf. Beloved, the person who blocked your abundance was not your enemy in the physical world, they were your energetically opposite. This individual carried a vibration that clashed with your destiny, someone who embodied doubt while you held faith, who embodied fear while you embodied hope, whose presence dimmed your inner light rather than strengthening it. You may not have realized it then, but your spirit felt their heaviness, uncertainty, and drained energy whenever you were around them. Energy never lies. Heaven observed something of which you were too kind, loyal, and open-hearted to acknowledge. This person did not want you to rise above them. They didn't want you to surpass or outgrow the version of yourself they were comfortable with. They didn't need to communicate it, their energy spoke volumes. Beloved, do not harbor hate or blame toward them, they operated from their wounds, scarcity, and fears. Their heart was small, but your destiny is vast, and they were never designed to carry abundance alongside you. Here is the truth heaven wants you to know: whenever someone blocks your abundance, heaven removes them, not out of anger but as a protective measure. This is why someone drifted from you recently, why a relationship suddenly broke, why a connection weakened, or why a familiar voice fell silent. You believed you were losing something, but beloved, you were being freed. The moment this person left your energetic field, your abundance began repositioning itself. Money started moving toward you, opportunities began aligning, your intuition sharpened, and your spirit felt lighter. You sensed changes that you couldn't articulate. This shift signified heaven clearing the path. Listen, this individual did not hate you, they feared your potential, growth, and the day you would exceed them. Somewhere deep inside, they held a silent belief that if you rose too high, they would be left behind. This belief acted as spiritual resistance around your blessings, but heaven declared, no more delays. No more interference. My child's time has come. This is why the distance occurred so suddenly, why communication ceased without explanation, and why they became unavailable or uninterested. Heaven pushed them out to pull you forward. My beloved child, hear this clearly. Your next level cannot be accessed when you carry the energy of those who fear your rise. That is why heaven removed them without seeking your permission. Your soul said yes long before your mind understood. Now that this individual is gone, your abundance ground is cleared, the soil is fertile, the path open, and the blessing closing in. But there is something deeper you need to understand. Although heaven removed this person, another is being prepared to enter your life. Someone with a higher vibration, someone who will not fear your rise but will fuel it, who will not compete with your destiny but will complement it. This new person carries the key to your next level, financially, spiritually, emotionally, or professionally. They will come as part of your abundance timeline. Yet many overlook a significant truth: when heaven prepares to bring someone powerful into your life, it first removes someone weak. Emptiness precedes elevation, silence precedes arrival, and loss precedes breakthrough. This is the cycle of divine alignment. My child, You are in the midst of that cycle right now. This explains why you have felt alone lately, why your spirit feels like it is rebuilding, why you sense something on the horizon you cannot yet see. You are in the space between endings and beginnings, between old energy and new abundance, between what held you back and what will elevate you. This is the most sacred moment of your destiny. My beloved, what comes next is powerful. I will reveal how abundance will physically manifest in your life, how angels have primed the path, and the signs you must watch for within the next 24 hours. But before I continue, stay connected. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now, as the next part of this message contains specific instructions heaven wants you to heed, and skipping it would undermine your alignment. Are you ready to receive the blueprint of your abundance manifestation? My child, my beloved, prepare your heart, for what I reveal next is not general, symbolic, or distant. It is the exact blueprint detailing how your abundance will manifest in the physical world. This revelation is provided now that the path around you has been cleared. Beloved, the abundance coming toward you is not random, it is structured, organized, and already in motion. Archangel Michael has been assigned to guard every step of its arrival. There are 3 phases to this abundance manifestation. Your spirit is already in phase 1. Listen carefully, these words carry activation. Phase 1, the shift within you. This is occurring right now. You have felt emotional waves, moments of heaviness, unexpected clarity, heart tightening, and a louder spirit than usual. This is not mood, it is alignment. Your internal frequency is adjusting to match abundance. Old memories resurfaced recently, not to harm you but to release you from their energy forever. You cannot carry old wounds into new wealth, old fears into new opportunities, or old guilt into new blessings. Your spirit must shed what abundance cannot coexist with, and this inner shift had to occur first, otherwise, the outer blessing could not locate you. Now, beloved, you are completing phase 1, and the moment phase 1 concludes, heaven activates phase 2. Phase 2. Signs in your physical world. These signs will appear within the next 24 hours and will confirm that heaven is preparing your path in the physical realm. You will receive 3 signs, each more undeniable than the last. Let me reveal them. Sign 1, a sudden message, notification, or unexpected contact. Someone will reach out, or a message will appear, not ordinary, not random, but charged with energy that pulls your attention. You will feel it immediately. Your spirit will whisper, "This is connected." That will be the first confirmation. Sign 2, a financial shift or symbol. This could be a small amount, an unexpected offer, a refund, a bill reduced, a discount, or a symbolic number. It will appear, this is heaven showing you that your money flow has reopened. The old blockage is gone, the old resistance defeated, the path unlocked. Sign 3, a moment of emotional release. This sign is powerful. You may suddenly feel a wave of calm, a sudden urge to cry, a burst of confidence, or an inexplicable sense of peace. This indicates that heaven has completed the cleansing around you and your abundance window has fully opened. My child, do not underestimate these signs, they are not coincidences. They are confirmations and the fingerprints of angels preparing your blessing. But now, Let's move to the most important part, Phase 3, the manifestation of your abundance. This is where your blessing becomes real, tangible, and undeniable. Your abundance will appear in one of three major forms or in all three depending on your alignment. Listen intently. Form 1, a divine opportunity. Something you were not expecting yet deeply needed will open for you. This opportunity will feel too perfect, too aligned, too timely to be mere coincidence. This is heaven positioning you for success. Form 2, a financial release. Money that was delayed, blocked, or rightfully yours will find its way to you through work, business, a new avenue, a person, a transaction, or any surprise approval. It will come because heaven has already stamped your name upon it. Form 3, a person of destiny. Someone will enter or re-enter your life as part of your elevation. This person may become a guide, partner, supporter, connector, a financial bridge, or emotional strength, someone who brings clarity and opportunity. Heaven rarely sends blessings without also sending key individuals. The person arriving carries a vital key. Beloved, this is why your life has felt so strange lately. Heaven has been removing those who could not hold the vibration of what is coming. Your destiny requires stable hands, clear hearts, pure intentions, and aligned souls. That is why others have been removed, why silence entered your life, and why your heart felt empty. Heaven has made room for abundance to land. My beloved child, the manifestation phase is beginning. But your awareness must remain sharp, your energy open, and your spirit connected. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now. The next part of this message contains instructions that will influence how quickly and powerfully your abundance arrives. Prepare yourself. The next part will reveal why heaven chose you above others and how that decision was made in the spiritual realm.